All right, everyone, welcome back. SportsBook, sports, all things sports betting. I'm your host, Connor, with my boy here, GA.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Another day here. We got the 100K challenge we're going to talk about.
Yep.
I guess we'll probably go over our picks.
The results and then.
For last episode.
Yep.
This is definitely going to be a shorter one. We got the NBA Finals going on tonight, so we want to get back, watch those.
Yep.
And just get our picks out for today. One thing I want to say before we jump into all that, because I know you remembered it the episode before, but subscribe to the YouTube, like the channel, SportsBook Sports on YouTube and Instagram, SportsBook Talks on Twitter.
Yep.
Please comment, subscribe, like, follow.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff. It helps us, and then you'll also be getting free picks. This is one thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I didn't mention to you before the episode, but I want to promote the fact more that we give out free picks every episode.
Yeah.
I think people should watch our episodes just knowing that, we might have other topics on the board.
Yep. But every episode, no matter what, there's going to be picks.
That's going to be
free picks.
Free picks.
Yep.
Do what you want with them. We're going to give our analysis on them. And we're not selling them. Like we don't say we're expert sports handicappers, even though we think we're pretty good at it.
Yep.
But we're not out here selling our picks because it's just not what we do.
Yep.
But, watch our episodes and listen to our episodes knowing that there's going to be free picks every single time. So that's one thing I just wanted to get out there.
Yeah, I think that's a great part. And like to your point too, like do what you want with them. Like, sometimes we're hot, sometimes we're cold. It is what it is. I mean, last episode we did Tale of Two Gamblers. Yep. You were perfect 3-0. I was a terrible 0-3. Yep. So if you faded,
gambling there.
If you faded
and faded you,
you would have made money. Yeah. Yep. So exactly. So like you said, I think that's a good point that with all our stuff, and it's not like we give out one free pick and then subscribe to our Patreon and we'll give you all the picks that we have for the day.
Oh yeah.
We just give you our picks.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. We're just giving our picks. We're going to be, over time, we're going to be doing a little bit more content-related stuff that hopefully will get you guys interacting, seeing some of the casinos we go to. But again, I just wanted to point out there that we have free picks every episode, and we're doing it just to give you guys some value for watching us.
Yeah. And
if you don't get anything out of our episode, you'll have some picks to at least take a look at.
And our picks go, right now our picks are going into this 100K challenge. So again, to start out with $10,000, betting every day, whatever we like on the board. It could be random stuff, could be your more run-of-the-mill basketball, baseball stuff.
Yep.
So let's get to our update on that right now. So right now I've started out pretty slow. I'm 6-12 right now. Down $1,621.66.
Yeah. So
I'm betting $250 a game. That's kind of what I start out with, is that 2 to 3% of my bankroll kind of set up. So you're 7-8-1, but because you hit a nice parlay, because of some of your other bets, you're actually up a good amount of money right now. Yep. So you're up $933.32.
Yep.
Since we started this. And it's going okay. It's kind of what we kind of expected. I don't expect anyone, like we said in the last episode, to make a ton of money in the first couple weeks. No. I don't expect us to make a ton of money in the first couple months, but just sticking with our bets, kind of grinding it out, staying consistent. Yeah. That's the name of the game for us.
I was going to say, I think we're just trying to show you I said it last episode, the most raw footage we can, because everyone thinks sports gambling's like this lucrative ass business where people make millions and millions of dollars every year. And anyone that says they're doing that is mostly talking cap.
Yeah.
They're not. It's really not the truth. Some people might do it if they bet very infrequently, but they just hammer games.
Yeah.
And they get lucky.
Yeah.
Like you see these Instagram posts of someone came in and bet $500,000 on the Saints or $500,000 on the NBA game.
Yeah.
There's probably some rich dudes that go in there and do that.
Yeah.
And the sports books take it because they're just like, we've never seen that guy before.
Yeah.
And it's not going to affect our handle too much.
Right. It's not going to throw it out of whack too crazy.
Let's take this risk with this guy. And if that guy hits that, he's up 500 bands. And if he does that once or twice a year and hits and he's lucky, he had a great year.
Or if he's not lucky, he just won't tell you about it.
Exactly. You won't hear about that shit again.
Yeah.
So what we're showing you is, I think, like the most logical, or I should say the most realistic road or vision that everyone's going to deal with if you're not losing fucking your shirt left and right.
Yeah, it's just kind of like an everyday. I mean, that's kind of what we try to tailor to is the everyday gambler.
Exactly.
Not doing like this crazy, I have crazy algorithms, Excel sheets, all that stuff. It's kind of just looking at the market, seeing what's going out there with the public betting, seeing what's going out there with the line movement and stuff.
Yep. And
just kind of making our best bets on it.
Exactly.
So speaking of best bets, let's get into our picks for tonight. So tonight, July 6th. I have 2 picks. I got 2 baseball bets. Mm-hmm. So I'm going 250 on the Dodgers -1.5. So I'm taking the run line there, and that's plus money. That's plus 335.
Okay.
And I think the Dodgers. I think it's gonna be low scoring. So I was looking at the over under as well for that. But just with the line movement, there's a lot of money on the Dodgers, and it's kind of moving opposite of what you'd think. Mm-hmm. So at least for the money line goes. So I'm not sure how that really plays in with the run line, but I'm feeling pretty confident with the run line. Right now they're -130 against the Marlins. They're away in Miami, and I'm taking them -1.5. I'm also taking Pittsburgh money line. So Pittsburgh's again one of these teams I've been talking about against the spread. They've been terrible all season long, but they're kind of coming back and forth. Lately, at least over the last couple of weeks, they've had some good covers. So I'm taking them straight up. They're plus 165 against the Braves, and the Braves really haven't been. They've been pretty bad on the road this year. Yeah. So I think they're underperforming. I think that the people expected them to win the NL East, at least contend for it. I mean, right now, I think the Mets are up 4 or 5 games in the division. So it's really anyone's division still because the Mets can implode at any point. Yep. But I just like the value in it. Plus 165 gets me 250 to win 405. And like I said, after the last game, I was talking to you earlier. Like I spent a lot of time today, a lot more time than I would looking at everything. I might be overthinking it a little bit. So, but for me, if I go 1-1, I'm up money. I'm getting it back in the right direction. Yeah. And that's what I want to start doing with baseball. For a while, I was just looking at like the season long against the spreads, and I started looking at just like I found a website that's giving me the last 10 games because like teams are just hot and cold. Like I bet the Cubs yesterday. The Cubs are like 0-10 on their last 10. Yeah. So you want to look at a more recent sample size to see whether it's injuries, whether it's just teams are playing poorly, whether it's a road trip, homestand, whatever it is. So I've been looking at that a little bit and just trying to get back to betting plus money bets. So this way I don't have to go 3-0 to win money every night, or even 2-1. Yeah. So 1-1 I'm up money, 2-0 I'm obviously having a good night, and I'm back to the way I want to be, which is getting back to 0 and then getting ahead a little bit.
Yeah. No, I like those picks. I like the Pirates one definitely as well, just because I saw what they did last night. Hopefully they can put another game together like that, and also a lot of the money's on the Braves tonight. Yeah. So I'm definitely with that. And the Dodgers, I think any given night, those dudes can fucking put up 1 million runs. That's what was crazy about last night is I had the over in the Pirates-Braves game, and the Pirates scored 11 runs.
Themselves. And then the Braves put up 1 run, which is crazy.
They're first inning and didn't score again. So.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason I feel like the Braves have a pretty good lineup batting wise. I think they've just been off all season. I'm not sure really what the cause is, but pretty sure they have a lot of the same guys back from the last couple of years and just underperforming.
Baseball is just like an up and down type sport. Those guys could rattle off like 10 wins in a row if they start hitting the ball. Yep. Which they're very capable of doing. So it's just depending on where their mind's at and things like that. But to get into my picks, I'm definitely in on the finals tonight. I'm taking the Suns first half. I think it's going to be, a close game towards the end. But I think Phoenix, I think they just play well at home, and I think they're going to come out and stun the Bucks a little bit. Yep. Especially without Giannis. So I'm taking that -3.5 for the first half. And it's a parlay that I'm doing. I'm only taking a 2-team parlay tonight. I'm taking it for 433.32. If I lose this, I'll be up at even 500 to get me in to skate to the rest of the week on this long weekend that we had. And then also I'm taking the over in the Boston Angels game. Ohtani's on the mound for the Angels. And I forgot the guy's last name. It starts with an E. Votto. Yeah. I think is how you say it.
for the Braves
Sox.
or for the Red Sox. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just see.
I was gonna say, what do you see in this game that's kind of sticking out? Because I feel the last couple of days you've just been picking these overs and unders.
These random overs.
Yeah, and I can't find like a rhyme or reason for why you're taking them. Is there just like an overs in general?
No, I actually like both. I just like totals in baseball because I think it's more. There's less variance to it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like because when you pick a winner, right? This is how I look at it, at least. When you pick a winner, it's tough because any given night there could just be fucking some dudes that are just like last night.
Yeah, Valdi's going for the yeah.
So last night, right? The Braves Pirates. Also, if you looked at the games yesterday, I think it was like 12 out of 13.
One over.
Underdogs.
Underdogs. Okay.
So like,
and a lot of overs hit yesterday.
That's what's crazy about baseball, especially, is because really any professional sport.
Yep.
You look at a game and it's just like, oh my god, fucking Max Fried's on the line for the Braves. He hasn't been pitching that well this year, but you know he's pretty good. He did what he did last year in the playoffs.
Yep.
And they're playing the Pirates.
Yep.
Who fucking suck.
Yeah, one of the worst teams in baseball.
And the Pirates went 11-1.
Yeah.
There's no rhyme or reason to why that happens.
Okay.
Yesterday, I liked the over in that game, and I thought what was going to happen was the complete opposite. But also, if you watch the episode again, I said the Jong who pitched for the Pirates, I thought he was going to get hit on the head.
Yep.
But I also thought the Pirates were going to hit Max Fried.
Yeah.
They didn't hit him that well.
Okay.
He had one inning where I think he ended up putting up 4 runs, but he pitched a good 3 or 4 innings to start.
Yep.
But then the bullpen came in and they started nailing him.
Yep.
So I didn't see the Braves. I thought realistically, if the Braves didn't give up, that game could have been like 11-5.
Okay.
Either way, too.
Okay.
So I just saw the game going over because when there's a matchup out there and both teams who the game's about hitting the baseball, they go out there and do what they're supposed to do, there's a good chance based on the matchups that the over is going to happen.
Okay.
I like the over in this game because a lot of people are on the under.
Yep.
They think these two matchups are going to be...
Yeah, I mean, Evaldi's been pretty good. He's 9-4 on the year.
Yeah, what's his ERA again?
3.4.
Exactly, 3 runs.
Otani's 3.6.
The bullpen for these guys is a little bit backed up right now.
Yep.
So they're going to be a little thin on both areas of the bullpen from what I've seen in the last couple games. And then I think the under is just getting bet on when I looked at my sports insights because they see Otani on the mound and they also see
Evaldi. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know what is it on Action Network? Is it the over getting bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on Sports Insights, it was like 45-55.
Yep.
So some people were on the under. The line did move down, so it did what it was supposed to.
Okay.
But getting it at 8.5 is like I take that as a win.
Okay.
I see the value in the over here.
Yeah.
There's just some things I looked at that, like I said, that the bullpen being thin, so there's going to be guys. Tonight's one of those games that, like, if Evaldi comes out, and they did it to, who was I watching yesterday? Either way, if Evaldi comes out and gives up, like, 3 runs, 4 runs early, right?
Yep.
They're going to try to stretch him out.
Okay.
Because even though he's giving up runs, and normally they'd pull him because he's just having a bad night.
Yeah.
They're going to try to keep him in there.
Yep.
Because they don't have a bullpen.
Save your bullpen. Yeah.
Exactly. They just need the rest.
Yeah.
There's nothing about saving them. They just can't throw guys right now.
Yep.
They're dead.
Yep.
So those are things I look at when I'm diving deeper in the game. I mean, they could come out and the score could be fucking 1-0 tonight. Who knows?
Yep.
I just see some value in the over, and that's why I'm taking it.
Yeah, I like the Suns' first half bet too, just because, like you're saying, I think they're a pretty strong team, especially at home.
Yeah.
And full game, you never know, especially because the spread's a lot higher than kind of what you would normally see in NBA Finals. Yeah,
it's 6 right now for a game 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see the first half being where the value is in the Suns. Just because, as you said, the longer the game, the more shit can happen.
Yep.
And you just never know. I could be wrong on that, too.
Yeah, you never know with any of this stuff. That's the beauty of it. That's what makes it fun.
That's just my impression on it.
Yep. Yeah, and, it's funny. I was looking at, just speaking of basketball while we're here, I was listening to some radio show today, and they were giving out lines. I was looking on FanDuel. I couldn't find them. I don't know if I was just looking in the wrong spot, but it was like bets. I don't know if you've heard these, but they're like bets for the whole series. So it's like Devin Booker to score 30 or more points for the entire series, like every game in and game out.
Score 30 every game?
Yeah.
Or average 30?
Score 30 or more.
Okay.
So it's like you take the over. Then they were talking about like DeAndre Ayton was like 12 or like 11 and a half or more rebounds every game in and game night. And I just haven't, for all the years that we've been betting and stuff, I haven't really heard of those types of bets.
Nah, I think those are the type of things you're seeing now because of these mobile outlets.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just available for the finals, because like I haven't heard people talking about it leading up to this too.
Yeah.
So it's cool, and especially like you're saying, with all this new stuff coming out, FanDuel, all these different websites and stuff, they're coming up with all kinds of lines. Like I was listening to someone, they said on their sports book, like it was a guy that makes a book at one of the places out in Vegas, and he had a bet for, it was like where Aaron Rodgers will take his next snap.
Yeah.
And it was like Denver or Green Bay. He said like after like 2 weeks of putting up there, he was like, he just took it down because he was like, it's just clearly going to be Green Bay.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to take a big handle on it, so they didn't take like big bets or anything. But
yeah, something to bet on. Something to bet on for people, and I think it's becoming that more of like a circus show. To like people just want to bet on anything they can bet on. I mean, the hot dog fucking eating contest was getting hammered the other day. Like,
yeah,
it's just shit that's going on because of the world we live in and the way this shit's transitioning. And that's, as we mentioned from the beginning, that's why I think the sports betting industry is going to be huge in 10 years. It's going to be bigger than it's ever been.
Yep.
And going to be...
Which is funny, too, because like you're saying about the sports betting thing, and you mentioned the hot dog eating contest. Like, I bet the hot dog eating contest every year. I take Joey Chestnut on the over every time. Yeah. And it's just like, it's people coming out of the woodwork now. Like, people who I don't even like know is interested in gambling. Like, they're texting me saying, like, hey, like, is it true you can bet, like, the hot dog eating contest? Yeah. It's like, yeah, you can. Yep. Like, they make lines for anything now. Like
the fucking presidential election. You
can TV shows, stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah.
All that type of shit.
Yeah, Oscars, all that stuff. So it is cool to see all those different lines, and definitely it's cool to see all the different like variations and stuff like that. So like I said, that was an interesting thing for the NBA playoffs I haven't seen before, where you could bet the whole series for a prop bet.
That is cool.
But yeah, Suns tonight. I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't have it on my card, but I think the Suns are gonna win it. I mean, we talked about yesterday's episode. I think the Suns are gonna win the series pretty easy if Giannis doesn't come back. So
yeah, I agree.
All right, well, that's it for tonight. It's a 100K challenge update. That's what we have. So, again, SportsBook Sports on YouTube and Instagram. SportsBook Talks on Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another episode.
Yes, sir. We'll see you then.